Okay, so I'm gonna try to catch up on HanJin today. So HanJin, this person right here, is a creator in the Sky Browse community. So AI music videos, and they're fairly new, not extremely new, but fairly new. And I haven't seen any of their stuff. So they got a whole bunch of stuff, and people have especially been praising this one, Roses. And then this one came out just an hour ago. So I'm going to try to hit all of them, start with the earliest one, and go forward in chronological order. And what I want to do is also to put timestamps in the description so you can see where each video's react starts and you can skip to whichever one you want. Like this is the highest hype one, I think, so you could skip right to that one and watch that react first if you wanted to, with the timestamps in the description. And I'll try to hit all four of them today. And then since this was only 1 hour ago, I don't want to mess up the algorithm for a small channel. So I'll probably put this react for 2 or 3 days in the future so that it doesn't mess up the algorithm for this guy, because I've heard it'll do that for small channels. So anyways, and all the links to these original videos will also be in the description. Okay, so let's go forward. Let's hit arrival. Oh, did you think I was done with the context? No, I'm not done. Let's look at the description. Okay, so this is HanJin's first creation with Suno and Grok Imagine, inspired by Skybrowse. Yeah, inspired by Skybrowse. And this is a month ago, actually almost 2 months ago. And okay, and then we got some lyrics, and okay, let's make it big, and let's see what it is. This is the first one, so probably the roughest one. Okay, let's go. Oh wait, there's no sound? Oh, I don't have everything hooked up. Okay, let me try to get everything hooked up properly. And, okay, so I'll rewind it. Here we go. Okay, let's try again. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm pretty sure it said I'm empty without affection, but I couldn't quite hear that. Yeah, I'm empty without affection. I better have the closed captioning on. Okay, so here's the main character, and he's facing two paths. One of them goes into the dark tunnel under the forest, and the other one looks like lotus flowers growing on it, and it goes off into the distance towards the glowing sun. Okay, let's keep going. Confused, without direction. Is this road right or wrong? Was I right all along? Oh, in the I like the music. It's soft, and it's not extremely interesting, at least not yet, but it is interesting. Yeah, I was noticing in this shot, the right side of the frame and the bottom side of the frame had a weird effect where it was kind of mirrored, and I'm not sure if I like it. Let's look at that again. Yeah, see where it's doing that on the bottom? Yeah, I think it needed to do that in order to like change the camera angle, but probably it would have looked better if there'd been some other way of changing the camera angle. Okay, and then here's the main character in like an office environment, and he seems really distressed. Okay, so he jumped or fell out of the window, fell into a huge hole, and then he's facing an angel and a ladder into heaven. I'm not quite sure. Let's keep going. Okay, that was a style change that I'm not sure I liked. It was very detailed, and then I guess he's climbing into the concert environment. It doesn't actually show him emerge to it, so I'm not sure if that's where he's going. But I do notice the concert environment. Look, there's an unusually large amount of smoke. And I think some of these clouds are black clouds, or maybe there's also some smoke up here. Yeah, so people are at the concert. They're dancing and happy, but there's a lot of smoke and black, dark clouds. So it's sort of an ominous feeling. Yeah, this really looks like watercolor. Yeah, I usually don't like it when the style changes unless there's like a clear reason for it. And this is a pretty dramatic change in animation style. Okay, so early on in this, he was jumping or falling out the office window. And then here, so that was a destructive kind of fall. And then here, this is a constructive kind of fall. He's skydiving. So he's doing something positive with the fall here. So that's a change in his direction of the fall. Okay, and then these are the same ones earlier that were watercolor, right? But now they're hyper realistic. Yeah, I'm not, or no, they're dressed differently before. Maybe these are different characters. Yeah, they all have the same face though. But yeah, I usually don't like it when the style changes like that. Okay, and then is this the main character as like a knight, or is this a new character? I'm not sure. More than I can be, a rival is my fear, to lose what I hold dear. Okay, and then it says to lose what I hold dear, and it shows the family here. So he's afraid of losing his family. Okay, and then this is the ladder he was climbing earlier that kind of looked like it was going to heaven. The ladder, yeah, the ladder here at 1 minute and 30 seconds looked like it was going to heaven, but it's just coming out of the hole into the regular world. So lose what I hold dear. Okay, and then we have more dancing scenes. It does seem to be completely different characters this time, or at least one of them's completely different. Let's keep going. Okay, and I'm not sure why there's a spaceship in here now. That doesn't seem to tie with the other themes. And yeah, and why was there the night there? Yeah, I think some of this is just showcasing various AI generations. Like, oh, hey, look, I made a really cool looking generation. Let's throw it into this video. So there is a theme and a storyline and a main character. But there's also stuff that's just sort of thrown in there randomly, and it doesn't seem to really fit very well. And I think this is one of them, unless it's gonna show us how it ties in pretty soon. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this one. Okay, and then this here is what's shown on the channel banner. Let's see. So is this his self-representation character here, or is this his self-representation character? Hard to say. Okay, let's keep going. Where are we? We're on arrival. Okay. Yeah, so hard to say. Or wait, this is like a house or a building that says HJ on it for HanJin. So this is like his house, and this is a monster approaching his house, I guess, maybe. Yeah, because he's sitting here inside the house. What is this? It looks like a computer case, but then it's completely hollow and it's got fire in it. And I guess he's doing old runes here. Okay, so maybe he's in a magical, technological world that he's living in. Okay, let's keep going. Almost there. Okay, so yeah, a fitting thing to put on a first video. Okay, so I liked the song. I didn't extremely like it, but it is good. I really liked portions of the animation, and I like that there was a story, but I think the story was kind of lacking, and the randomness of some of the stuff that was thrown in there sort of took away from the story that was building. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to enough right here. And let's pause it. And okay. My second creation was Suno and Grok. Imagine, I guess I had another one in me. Thank you for the inspiration, Skybrows, and for everyone's support. Okay. Let's go. And I guess we got a science fiction environment. We got a spaceship. And then this girl has some kind of power suit, or maybe she's an android. You can kind of see inside her body and you can see the light inside there. Okay, let's go. Oh, I think I need the subtitles again. Let's go on. How fast can I stop now? Will it last? Okay, so we got a walking cycle animation that's basically going on different environments. So I think it's telling the story of this character going to many different places. Okay, so it's got some of the themes from the previous video of emotional pain. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, this is very pretty, but with the sad lyrics, yeah, I probably won't be rewatching this with the sad lyrics like this and all the crying and stuff. Okay, so this is the girl we saw in the very beginning, but yeah, is this isn't the same girl, is it? She looks different. Yeah, she's like definitely going into different clothing at the very least, and sometimes wearing power armor or things like that. But yeah, she has different hairstyles. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it's like the same girl over time with different hairstyles and a little bit different ages. I think it might be the same girl all through. I'm not really sure. But yeah, this one has less of a story than the other one, or if it does have more of a story, it's one that I'm not getting. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so she had like no pupils, and then she blinked and she had pupils. Yeah, look, she had no pupils. It burns, And then she blinked and her eye color changed and she has pupils now. Yeah, I don't know if that was on purpose or if it was an AI error. Truth is real. As much as it hurts, I'd rather feel. Okay, so this is about emotional pain and emotional numbness and the desire to feel. Okay, so usually I like the second song better. I did not like this as much as the first one, but it was still good. It's too sad for me. Yeah, I'm not really into the sad stuff. Okay, so let's try Roses. And this is the one that people have been praising real big. So let's go in. Okay, and then now let's look at the description. Okay, so instead of, oh yeah, it is thinking Skybrows, and but it's not, the @ symbol isn't highlighted. It should be highlighted, because completely random people might come in here who've never heard of Skybrows, and they need to be able to click on it so they can go right here and see what's going on. Okay, and then this person is on X. I think you could actually put a link to them on X, on here that goes to X. But yeah, they obviously can't have their @ symbol highlighted. Okay, so, looks like kind of sad lyrics, so I might not really be into it again, but look, beautiful visuals. Look at that umbrella, very nice. Okay, so let's rewind it. Let's go. Okay, actually, I think I probably need closed captioning. Okay, yeah, this is really beautiful. Okay, so this creator is a lot better at making the animations than making the music. The music is fine, but it doesn't really catch me. And even 10 seconds in, it does sound similar to the other two songs already. But let's see if the music gets more varied with this one. Roses twist beneath my skin, voices moan and let me in, pricking for attention, power, their determination, dour, petals, thorns, each apart, professing for my aching heart, whispering my ear, you need me, holding up the hands to feed me. Oh, it said whispering in my ear, but she's pretty much whispering into his mouth instead of into his ear. I am in control. I will let you sprout. Only if for me I will let you out. Yes, I am noticing an improvement in the music, like when the music started to get really exciting just as this door was opening, and it does sound more varied. And as far as the lyrics and the imagery, we're being shown a bunch of different characters, and I'm not sure what relationship they have with each other. So I'm not quite sure what the storyline is yet. But there's a lot of imagery being shown to us, and I think it does all relate. And we've got roses and thorns imagery, which, is a good imagery with a lot of symbolism. Lyrics saying stuff like, I'll let you sprout. but then the thorns are pricking for attention. So yeah, it's talking about how you grow the roses and you get the thorns. So it's talking about something beautiful that has something painful or annoying with it. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, is this Grok's Annie? It kind of looked like Elon Musk's the Grok Annie character. Might be.
Before your thorns gripped me with fear, the light begged me.
Okay, I do really like this character design, but this one horn that comes out of nowhere and then grows back into her head, that looks really weird. Or wait, no, that's not a horn. That's one of these roses, rose vine things. Okay, I see. That's what that is. But yeah, look at the design of it. It's very similar in design to the horn. So at first it looks like an error, and also has like jewelry hanging on it, and it's not like continuing down where you can see that it's like one of these things. Like these things here really look like the rose vines around her, like we were seeing on the other characters all along. But this thing is a somewhat different design, and then this thing really looks like a horn. So yeah, that looks jarring, and it looks like an error, even if it really isn't.
To listen here, it said you were a friend, not foe. If it's me, of course you'd know. Both are blooming, dark and light. Both are blooming, day and night. When it rains, you both relieve me. When it rains, you both believe me. I am in control. I will let you sprout.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pause. There's a cat fight. Okay, sorry about that. My cats were fighting. Tuxedo Girl was being bad to Calico Girl, and because of that, Tuxedo Girl had to go into the timeout room. Okay, so let's go back. Yeah, this is the one from the thumbnail. Yeah, let's go back here. Yeah, that's the picture from the thumbnail there. Yeah, this is a really cool picture here. I can see why it was used for the thumbnail.
Only if for me, I will let you out.
Okay, yeah, this really exciting bit here is good. Yeah, the music is getting better. Okay, and then it's giving another look at the various character designs. Yeah, I really like this. The flowers on her face that are kind of 3D, and look at the reflections in her eyes and everything, and the various sparkles and dripping water and everything. And then she's got some kind of cybernetic collar. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on here visually, and I really like it. Yeah, and let's look at this character again. Yeah, she doesn't have the weird thorn vine growing out of her head, but her wings do kind of look like the same kind of rose thorn design, but they don't have the roses on them. So these are wings here. Yeah, yeah, I like this one much better than the earlier one, because the earlier one just looked like it had errors in it. Yeah, the earlier one at 1 minute and 40 seconds just looked like it had errors in it. But yeah, I like this one more. Oh wow, look at those eyes. Yeah, reminds me of Enter Two Credits, another Skybrowse creator, and Enter Two Credits has quite the eyes also. But then look at the galaxy is on her face as well, and it's spreading to these crystals. Yeah, very pretty.
Am in control. I will let you sprout.
Yeah, this is incredibly gorgeous. I can see why people were talking about this one a lot.
Only if for me.
Oh, and another thing where she blinked and her eyes changed. I'm not sure if that's an AI error or if that was on purpose.
I will let you out.
Okay, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to use the hide button to get rid of these things because I don't want them covering up the animation. Yeah, one of the ways that you can do if you're a video creator to keep those things from covering up important amounts of parts of the animation right towards the end of your video is you can have like a little outro of like, 3 or 4 seconds at the end of the song where you have like just a still picture or credits or outtakes or something like that so that these basically ads for your channel and your next video don't sit here covering up important parts of the animation that you want people to look at. And a lot of people don't know about the show and hide button here. So yeah, it's really good to have that going on. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, well that was good, and definitely I'm seeing improvement as we go from the older songs to the newer songs. So let's go. We've got one more song. This one's an hour old. Yeah, an hour old. Yeah, only 10 views. No, hardly anyone else has seen it, and I might be the first reactor. Yeah, I might be the first reactor, although, as I said, I'll put this 2 or 3 days in the future because otherwise it might interfere with the algorithm for a small creator. Okay, let's go in. Okay, so we got a mechanical armor guy in outer space. Looks like he has a sword. And then is this Earth or some other planet? It's not clear. Okay, so let's see. My fourth creation was Suno, and that's the AI music stuff. Grok, Imagine, and now Chat GPT for image generation. Original lyrics. Okay, so this is one of the AI creators who writes all his own lyrics. Some of them write their own lyrics and write the song. There are also some that actually draw some of the pictures themselves as well. So there's a lot of different mixes of AI and doing all the work the traditional way that people do. And there are a lot of us that write all of our own lyrics or most of them. Okay, so all past songs have been added to music streaming platforms. And then it's yep. Okay, and look. A Wild Iraqi, Keen, Avted Fatash, those are people in the Skybrowse community. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, I probably need to turn on closed captioning. Let's do that before I forget about it. Let's go now.
Is it what they see, or is it what I do? They think that I am one, but really I am two. My myself the one who strives, my hand the one who strikes. Self-betrayal, virtue, mistaken lookalikes. I am the one.
Okay, so we have the mechanical guy. Maybe he's in power armor, or maybe this is a mech. And he's beautiful scenes of him flying in space in front of various planets and stuff. So I think this is saying that this is a guy who travels all around the universe. And then we've got lyrics about there being two. So does that mean that this guy is like some kind of cyborg, and part of him is mechanical and part is biological, and the two different parts are in conflict? And then it's talking about ethical things, and he's in a city and he starts lasering the city. Maybe he was like hired or forced to do this, and he's conflicted about it, so that's why he's of two minds. That's just what I'm speculating. But yeah, there's a bunch of story even just 41 seconds in. Okay, so let's keep going.
I am the one in the machine, the weapon.
Oh, I am the one in the machine. Okay, so maybe this is a mech with a pilot inside, but the mech itself also has its own mind.
My hands a part of me. Afraid of ruins in my wake. Moving on for.
Oh, afraid of ruins in my wake. In other words, yeah, he is going and destroying cities, and then here he's destroying a spaceship. Yep, he's going around and destroying things.
For your sake.
Oh, moving on for your sake. In other words, he's like moving on from some of the targets and not destroying them completely, or maybe just passing them by. Yeah, I think I do see a problem in that I was expecting this was all about the same guy, but the mech designs here, as I get closer looks at them, there are a bunch of different mechs, and some of them I couldn't quite tell. Like, you know, the first guy was mostly shown in silhouette, and then we saw this thing mostly from the back in a low angle, so I wasn't quite sure. But then at 49 seconds, we see one design, and then we see this design, which is definitely a different one. So I'm wondering, is that an inconsistent design element? Or is this talking about a bunch of mechs, like with their pilots, maybe as part of the same army, that are all doing this thing, and so the lyrics kind of apply to all of them? I'm not sure. It might be an error where it's like inconsistent characters, and they were sort of meant to be the same character, but the AI generated them inconsistently. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Okay, let's keep going. I like the effect where it starts lighting up from the bottom, and then the golden glow kind of rises inside this machine. That's a cool effect.
Looking for the fight, I fly from here to there.
Yeah, see, it says I roam the universe. It's not saying we roam the universe. So yeah, I think that this is all meant to be the same character, but the generations are just inconsistent. And it can be really hard to get the AI to generate the same character all the time. But yeah, I think it is one character with inconsistent generations.
Chasing every light, achievement lies above, destruction lies below. I find my hand given when I should forgo. My enemies give chase, demons unknown power. Keep my hand alert, watching every hour. were convinced if I amass on our weapons creeds, they might give in, forgive all of my misdeeds. I am the one in the machine, the weapon in my hand, it is not me.
Well, it could be the same character if he has a whole bunch of mechs at his disposal and he switches from one to the other. So like the pilot is in like one mech at one point and he's at a different mech at a different point, or maybe he's like rebuilding them at various points, so he like remodels and rebuilds them. That could be an explanation for the inconsistent characters. And I do like a lot of these individual designs. I just think that it's difficult to be trying to figure out the story here because of the inconsistent character design. But yeah, maybe it is that he rebuilds them, or he has a bunch of mechs that he can choose between, or something like that. Okay, and then we got the pilot here. So yeah, before this, we always saw him like in suits or in mechs, but here we actually have the pilot here. I wonder if we're going to see his face.
Afraid of ruins in my wake, moving on.
Oh, in my wake is what it was trying to say, but the closed captionings were wrong. I think there's a way to force the closed captionings to be correct on things like that.
For your sake.
Oh, and then this one is called X01. Okay, and I think, let's see, falling towards a planet and doing the re-entry. Yeah, I think it is. Yep, he's facing ruins, which I guess he caused. Okay.
Relentless focus for your sake.
Oh wait, what is this glitching? Is that on purpose? What is this? This looks like a glitch. Okay, let's keep going. Well, there's a lot of it that keeps appearing on the screen, like that one and stuff. I think it's, oh, it says loading. Okay, so I guess this is actually what's being seen through the screens. So like he's seeing other people's mechs. Okay, so yeah, he's seen other people's mechs, but maybe his is damaged, so he's not seen as well. Okay, I see. Okay, let's, I'm going to use the less than and greater than keys to go one frame at a time backwards. This was readable at one point. The requested resource could not be found, but may be available again in the future. Okay. Okay, and then let's hide this again. Okay, so this is a bookend thing, because remember we started with this guy hovering above this same planet just like this. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so I guess maybe some of the different mechs were things that he was seeing through his visor and not him. Okay, so it was a little bit unclear, but there definitely was a story, and the story matched the lyrics. I think the music, I wish it was a little bit better. And it's about the conflicts of war. That when you're in a war, you do a lot of destruction. and then you feel bad about the destruction. So yeah, a theme that they put in a lot of mech anime. Okay, so this is HanJin, and I saw all 4 of his videos in one session. The links to the individual React parts and to the original videos will be in the description, and that was a reaction.